sustainability, bioenergy, policy, and biofuels based on my master thesis research at the Humboldt University of Berlin. First, we do need to put our efforts on the development of renewable energy technologies, for example, biofuels, and also in the development of policies that could help support its use. And these policies make sustainable promises to deliver or to promote economic development, but also decarbonize the economy, reducing the greenhouse gases, and also mitigating climate change. But it is quite a complex topic that interacts with many sectors. For example, biofuels with agriculture sector, either from energy crops or for agricultural residues. And what about the social system of sustainability? We talk a lot about ecological, economical factors, but what is actually social sustainability? So I decided to embrace this complexity looking at biofuels that have been supported by policies all over the world, also due to increasing demand of transportation fuels. And then what have different stakeholders been communicating as socially sustainable, and is this differently perceived depending on the context or the country? So to answer those questions, I used a combined procedure of content analysis and critical discourse analysis, looking at official documents and websites from three stakeholders group: government, private sector, and civil society in Brazil and Germany. And what I found out is that we do have many social topics related to sustainability, also pretty much related to many of the SDGs, as we all know, but it's quite different in each country. For example, in Brazil, almost all stakeholder groups approach those topics, but for instance, the government stakeholders really lack on approaching from some topics, for example, education and training, or indigenous people and traditional communities, land tenure issues, or political participation, which I call the gaps in the political discourses. Whereas in Germany, sustainability is really only related to environmental sustainability. And all those social topics are always related to the production of biofuels in developing countries. And here I come from the deviations between North and South, since apparently we are reducing the social system to basic human rights, and which could be, for example, validated to certification schemes or also to social standards from the International Labour Organization. So what I'm talking here is conceptual, but if you were committed to the production of renewable technologies based on biomass, we also need policies working together and looking after all these three dimensions of sustainability. And also on social aspects, and considering that in future scenarios we're going to be still relying on biofuels, maybe from second, third, fourth generations still. So if a country such as Germany doesn't really need to look after indigenous people, land rights, countries, for example, as Brazil, needs to look at those topics on policies. So to take action and to address those topics, to fulfill these gaps, we need to hear all the stakeholders involved in policy making, so that we can really address shortcomings in policy, and invite you to think about what means social policy, social sustainability in my country, in the context where I live, which are the important topics, and how can we include these topics in political agendas. So, thank you very much.